Sometimes our destiny has been delayed because of disobedience and or partial obedience. You see, sometimes we don't fully disobey, but we don't fully obey. We partly obey and we partly disobey. Just like Abraham, when he was called to leave the land of his kinsmen, Haran, to go to a place that God would show him, he partly obeyed. He was called alone, but he had to go with his brother Lot. So they left Haran together. But since they were not called to, a misunderstanding broke up after they had left Haran. Their servants got these misunderstandings, and then the two had to separate. So Abraham had to tell Lot that you choose between the two. If you go left, I go right. If you go right, I go left. Choose. And Lot chose Sodom because Sodom looked greater then, greener pastures and a lot of water, so great hills, and he went to Sodom. And Abraham took the other way. Now, not too long after that, a war broke up in Sodom, and Lot was taken captive. So servants came and sought out Abraham to tell him that his brother had been taken captive in Sodom. So now Abraham was now going to fight wars that he wouldn't have fought if he had fully obeyed and left Sodom alone. He gathered men, he went to Sodom, and then he fought and relieved his brother. Yes, he brought him out of captivity. But even after he had received his freedom, he had been taken out of captivity, that is Lot. He did not go back to Haran where he was supposed to be. He still stayed in Sodom. So you see. So the thing is, sometimes we are getting problems because we are in places that we are not supposed to be. We were called to do different things. We are called to do different tasks. We are called to be with different people. Now we were busy crying with the Lord. Oh Lord, why am I seeing this? Why am I getting these problems at this place of work? Why am I getting a very, very sour marriage? That was not the person you were supposed to marry. That was not the work you were supposed to do, but you just disobeyed. Or better still, you just did not listen. Or better still, you just did not seek advice from God. And now you are blaming Him for your disobedience. Sometimes we are going to perish because we did not obey God. Sometimes we are going to have very, very rough life because we chose to disobey or because we chose to partly obey. So, what are you doing? Is where you are. Are you in the will of Yahweh, the great mighty one? Is the wife and her husband you have chosen the one that you are supposed to have in the eyes of Yahweh? Is the job and people that you are associating with in the will of Yahweh? The ministry that you are doing, is it in the will of God, or you just thought that maybe I could wake up and become a pastor because I love God, because I've learned the Bible, I've learned some scriptures and all that. So, in fact, I just feel it that I was called to be that. Are you sure of that? It's always better to seek God's guidance. He doesn't make mistakes. So let us seek His guidance first before we decide to fully do anything. Amen.